Okay, today I wanted to have some fun and look at three fad diets that have somehow risen to the top of people's lists when looking for a new way to eat. Now, starting off with the third diet is a wait for it, it's the werewolf diet, or also known as the lunar diet. It's unclear how widespread this diet is, but some bloggers have claimed, more than likely falsely, that a few celebrities do swear by it. Now, what is the werewolf diet? Well, a quote from a website called moonconnection.com says, while followers of the paleo diet seek to emulate the eating habits of the caveman, moon enthusiasts might want to consider following the werewolf diet to harness the power of the moon. Oh, did you think the proponents of this were rational? Wrong.
Oh, I'm just a crazy darn fool duck.
The people who created this diet clearly believe there is some deep connection with the moon. But what does the moon have to do with the diet? Well, okay, first, I gotta say that the name, it's catchy, okay? Werewolf diet, pretty catchy name. But the reason for doing it is absolutely crazy. You're not going to harness any power from the moon. But the practice isn't that far out there. The whole diet is just really to fast for 24 hours, only consuming juice or water on the day of a full moon or moon phases. The claim is that you can lose 6 pounds in that 24 hours, and that the same way the moon affects our tides, we could expect a similar result with the fluids in our body, which somehow translates to losing more weight. You know, the diet really goes off the rails when the proponents start talking about why to do it. If they had a good PR rep, I'm sure they'd be saying, hey, X-nay on the whole moon, eh? They could just stop at, hey, just fast for a day a month, because fasting has been proven to help improve brain health, heart health, and inflammation. So it's not a bad suggestion, but it's also not really a diet, because if that's all you do towards improving your eating habits per month, you could expect to gain that weight back, if you even lose that much weight to begin with. But that is the third diet that came and went, but I suspect it to kind of come back just because it's a little bit out there, but it's not too far out there. But either way, let's move on to the next fad diet. Okay, the second diet on the list doesn't involve the 7 insert PC word, but it does include Sleeping Beauty. Haven't you always wanted to be sound asleep and just melt the pounds away, doing the quintessential of nothing to lose weight? Well, if that sounds good to you, the Sleeping Beauty diet may be for you. If we lived in a fantasy world, that is. The idea of the diet is that you stay asleep extra long, so you can potentially skip meals because of how long you slept. Basically, you're going to be in a perpetual horizontal state. Now, this is a bad idea, okay? But it's not the worst. It's just telling you to sleep a little bit. However, it does get a bit dark when you start looking into online communities and what people are doing to make themselves sleep longer. This is why I would say people need to stay as far away from this diet as possible. Furthermore, look, adults can't sleep 15 hours a day unless you're the slept king Bobby Lee. But other than him, the Sleeping Beauty diet will not produce the benefits that its participants seek. In fact, it can actually lead to more weight gain and some psychological and energy problems. But, you know, of course, some people have tried it and continued to try it, regardless of how dangerous and energy wasting it is. Now, the Sleeping Beauty diet is a funny one. That is a second fad diet on the list. And now let's move on to numero uno. Okay, the number one diet goes to the baby food diet. People will do anything to lose weight except eat smaller portions, eat normal healthy food, and exercise. Sorry, I digress. The baby food diet is, well, you guessed it, it's eating baby food. The diet gained some traction because of the usual, it was rumored to be used by a celebrity. If all bad ideas were on Mars and we're here on Earth, celebrities would be the rocket that transports those bad ideas down to Earth. We really should stop turning to them for life advice. Anyways, though, the diet tells you to eat about 14 jars of baby food a day with a regular dinner meal for about 3 days. The idea behind it is that you are forced to eat smaller, bland portions, which should deter you from overeating. And as with most things on the top fad diets, there's a little bit of sense that goes with it. And eating baby food isn't really exciting or, more importantly, appetizing, so I am kind of with them on that point. Also, baby food is nutritious, but only to the extent that it is nutritious for babies. All right, they do not contain the amount of nutrition that an adult needs, especially an overweight adult. Thus, the idea of adhering to this diet long term kind of goes out the window. And unless you're Christian Bale, there's really no point in doing a short term diet. And any weight changes during that time are almost always gained back shortly after, which brings me to my closing point. Look, fad diets are fads for a reason. They come and go because there's no actual benefits. Losing 5 pounds in one day is not a benefit when you gain back that 5 pounds the next day, and or the more than likely scenario of gaining more than the original 5 pounds back. Not to mention the dangers some of these more well-known diets present to unknowing people. So if you're looking for a diet, go with the boring. I've got a link down to a video for the best diets out there if you want to check it out. But I don't mean to be a downer also. Sure, if you want to try a diet because it is weird and challenging, go ahead. But don't be deluded that the weird diet that some celebrity may or may not have used will actually change your life. But either way, that's the top 3 fad diets. I hope you enjoyed learning about them. I know I did. Thank you for watching and have a good day.